Family drama causes strain in my marriage. My husband and I have just gotten married in October. We had a quick elopement after being engaged in September. No one knows we are married except us. Ever since we announced we were engaged in September, his sister has had it out for me. I don't have the closest relationship to his family as they live a little further from us, not unreasonable far, but far enough that it's a trek to get there. My husband has never made it clear to me that having a strong bond with his family is important to him. There is a lot of trauma and betrayal they have caused him, and ever since we met we've always been distant. The time we did spend together was never great. Fights breaking out, people getting drunk, things never going well. This past Christmas we didn't see them, and that's when everything went downhill very fast. Him and his sister were having their own fights, and then his mother said something about me to him which I ended up overhearing while they were on the phone. I try very hard not to be confrontational because I know I can be a real nasty bitch, and I don't want to burn bridges with my husband's family unless that's what he wants. Fast forward to now, his sister is pregnant and told us that I am causing huge fights with their family. My husband told his mother I heard what she said about me and I was upset. And because of that she is going no contact. My husband and I were shocked, but she is claiming us being in her life is dangerous to her baby. This all happened at the beginning of January. There is some back and forth between my husband and his mom and his sister, who still is contacting him even though she said she was going no contact. I try and stay out of it until 2 weeks ago I find out I had a miscarriage. I'm devastated and am angry because of all the anger and stress this has been causing me. I start blaming them. I know it's not their fault, but I'm at a loss completely. My husband and I keep this information to ourselves and grieve alone. Last night my husband calls his mother and tells him that his sister and her family, husband and son, are not invited to our wedding. We are having a wedding even though we are already married because it has always been my dream to have one. Our elopement was just for us and I wouldn't change it for the world. And tells his mom to tell her to cancel the hotel room she has booked because other guests are requesting to get on the room block. His mother starts crying and getting upset and brings up the entire situation again and asks us to apologize to his sister because she's pregnant and hormonal. This is never ending. Every time I think we can move past this huge falling out, it's always brought back around. Here's where the trouble about my marriage comes in. Due to all this stress and fighting and the miscarriage, my husband and I have been distant. Things feel different for me. He says he doesn't feel different. He thinks it's an accumulation of everything happening all at once. I feel like this entire situation with his family has made me put a wall up with him. His sister said some horrible things about me once, being that my happiness and peace of mind doesn't matter to her and I should shut up about it. That really upset me. Part of me feels like I need to just go off the handle on her and get all my feelings out, but I don't want to stoop to her level. I don't know what to do. My husband and my marriage is suffering greatly. Intimacy is gone. We barely speak unless it's about the wedding or if more drama arises. We don't have those light-hearted conversations anymore. Things just feel bad for me and I don't feel happy. I love him so much, but our relationship has changed because of these outside factors and I don't know how to fix it. We've talked about prioritizing date nights and having open communication about everything, which we have been doing, but something still feels off in my gut. He's furious with his sister, and so am I. I don't know if we will ever have a relationship with her, and I've made it clear unless she apologizes to both of us, I will not speak to her. I have to stand my ground because I will not let her walk all over us like she does everyone else. She's the youngest and the only girl in his immediate family, and everything is just handed to her. So she's used to people just giving in to her. Does anyone have advice for how I can spice and ignite that spark in my marriage again? I don't want to lose my husband because of this situation. He is willing and I am willing to do anything to fix this. TLDR, had a falling out with my husband's sister and partially his family. We are trying to mend things with them, not his sister. Now my relationship with my husband is strained and feels different. How can I make it better?